the most empowering tool to process emotions, to nullify the negative emotions, to see that the disruption in the energy system is removed, we use EFT. And fourth is removing conflicts with different body parts. That will do it later, but first we'll focus on EFT. To recap, pains are of three types: mental, physical, and emotional. The good part is EFT can be used for everything, for all kinds of pain, and more effectively for emotional pain. But from today onwards, one can even suppose one has a headache, or one has a backache, or one has a pain in the knee, or one can use EFT to get an instant cure for it. So one will avoid the effect or side effect of medicines, which are very huge, and can use EFT to a very large extent. Now,
Sir, if you can just enlarge the screen, shift F5.
Okay, I'll shift F. Okay. Yeah, I was telling pain is mental, physical, and emotional. And the good part of EFT is we can use EFT to process all kinds of emotions. Even the physical pain can be used by EFT. For example, we have a headache or we have a backache. This is a very effective and empowering tool, instant relief tool to process our emotions and also nullify the pains what we are having. One can try it, and only when one tries it, the proof of pudding is in the eating. The next is emotions are of different kind: greed, fear, panic, euphoria, excitement, frustration, anxiety, worry, pain, stress, and the list goes on and on. But these are the key emotions which we experience every day during our day-to-day life, and especially during our trading period. Whenever from 9:15 to 3:30, it is the period where we are engulfed with emotions. Most of the traders would realize that before
Sir, if I may interrupt a bit, I think there's a bit of background noise that is coming. Some kind of something. Maybe if you can address that.
Okay, I'll try it. I think it's the AC noise. I'll try to reduce it.
Yeah, please continue, sir. Sorry.
Is it better now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So the different forms of emotions what we feel every day, basically the greed, fear, panic, we can use EFT to really neutralize it to a very, very large extent. So the important thing is the situations do not change, but the response to the situation can change. The perception changes. The most important thing what EFT does is changes the perception what we feel towards the emotion. It is an instant go-to tool, a highly empowering tool, basically a fast food kind of thing, fast track process. It helps process emotions. A magical shift in perception take place, and we start living in the present. We release from the past the toxins, the residue which is there in our mental system gets neutralized. What it does is it works on the body's energy system. As we discussed last time, energy flows in tracks called meridians. And whenever we face a negative emotion like anxiety or worry, what happens is it disrupts the energy system. So through EFT, what we do is we restore the system back, rebalances it. It's like putting the fuse back. Moment we put the fuse back, the electricity starts functioning. So shift in the energy system takes place, the perceptions change. So it's a 4-method system in which first is the setup. This is the most important part. We have to identify the emotion and have a setup statement. And then there is a 16-step sequence. We have to tap all the 16 meridian points. And there is a 9-gamut procedure because brain is the link for all organs. So what we do through this 9-gamut procedure, when we close eyes, open eyes, see right down, left down, move clockwise, anti-clockwise, and then do a humming sound. So basically, this 9-gamut procedure helps to identify all those points which the brain uses, and we process that. And then the 16 sequence point is again repeated. So this 4-step complete 1 round of EFT, which takes approximately 2 minutes. So if we spend, say, 10 rounds, it's like 20 minutes, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, it will be a magical tool in our hand to process our emotions.
Sir, I'm sorry. And
Yeah.
still that bit of noise is there. Maybe it's the mic. I don't think it's the AC thing. If you can keep your mic a little bit here and there, I
Okay.
guess.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it is fine. But while you were talking, there's some kind of no. Now it is fine. It is absolutely fine, I guess. Yeah, it is.
Okay. So what we do is we have a setup statement. Even though I have is a common phrase, then there's a blank where we fill in the emotions. And the second, third part is I deeply and completely accept myself. So for example, even though I have this anxiety whenever I'm running into profit, I deeply and completely accept myself. So you have to fill in the part with the anxiety or the worry or the any other emotion, identify the situation and make it more specific. For example, if you have a backache, so even though I have this lower backache, and then you can further clarify this backache, be whether it is a throbbing pain or a shooting pain. So even though I have this shooting pain in my lower back, I deeply and completely accept myself. So what you are doing is you're identifying the emotion, identifying the situation or the place where the emotion kicks in, and magnifying that situation, telling that it's a shooting, classifying that pain, whether it's a shooting pain or a throbbing pain. So if you have a lower back pain, so you will say you'll take this karate chop point, tap it 3 times. Even though I have this lower back ache, even though I have this shooting pain in my lower back, I deeply and completely accept myself. You will tap it 3 times. Even though I have this shooting pain in my lower back, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this shooting pain in my lower back, I deeply and completely accept myself. So this takes care of the first part, that is the setup. Then we come to the 16 meridian points. In this, what we do is we take the middle part. Here we had identified, even though I have this lower, even though I have this shooting pain in my lower back. So what we will say is this shooting pain in my lower back. So, and we'll hold of this phrase, this shooting pain in my lower back, tap all the 16 points in our body. Which are the 16 meridian points? This shooting pain in my lower back, top of the head, beginning of the eyebrow, this shooting pain in my lower back, side of your eye, this shooting pain in my lower back, under the eye, this shooting pain in my lower back, under the nose, this shooting pain in my lower back, chin, this shooting pain in my lower back, shoulders, this shooting pain in my lower back, at the collarbone, this shooting pain in my lower back, under the arm, this shooting pain in my lower back, side of the stomach, this shooting pain in my lower back, wrist, this shooting pain in my lower back, collarbone, this shooting pain in my lower back, uh, index finger, the shooting pain in my lower back, middle finger, the shooting pain in my lower back. Will exclude the index finger and the little finger, the shooting pain in my lower back, karate chop hand, the shooting pain in my lower back. So this takes care of the second step. The third step is basically the 9 gamut procedure. So in which what we do is we close our eyes, step 1, open our eyes, step 2, keeping head still, we shift the eyeball towards the right, look right down, then the look left down, then we will do rotate our eyes in a clockwise direction. Then while doing this, we'll tap the point between the little finger and the index finger, and then rotate the clockwise, anti-clockwise, then humming sound, happy birthday to you, count 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and then hum happy birthday to you. So this takes care of the third step, and fourth step is again the sequence. So this, when we start doing a round of EFT with any issue, any emotion, we try to uh, feel that emotion and find out how much it is at the disturbance level, whether it is 10, 9, 8. So normally it would be somewhere between 7 to 10. And then keep on tapping till it comes to 0. And when it comes to 0, it means that emotion has been processed. So this is a self exercise which we'll have to do. We'll have to find out whether that emotion has been processed or not. If it is not processed, we keep on tapping. So we did everything till here in the last session. So this was around a review of EFT. The most important part in this, when we create a setup statement, we had to identify the emotion. Say I told you example, for example, we have a problem of acidity, there's a burning sensation. No, we don't have to tap that even though I have this acidity in my stomach. You have to tap even though I have this burning sensation in my stomach because of the acidity. So identifying the emotion is the key to success in EFT. So now the second session what we are starting today, here from here we'll start fresh. So there is one small topic left in EFT, that is aspects. So different facets of an issue which we call aspects. So for example, if we start say tapping, uh, suppose we have an issue of fear. Even though I fear that I'm unable to put my trades, put punch in my trades, I deeply and completely accept myself. Whenever we have this fear of pulling the trigger, so suppose we keep on tapping, even though I have this fear of pulling the trigger, I deeply and completely accept myself. So once we keep on tapping it, after a few rounds of tapping, we will realize that we start regretting it. We realize that we didn't do our homework for the trading. So aspect is something just like an onion, you keep on peeling, and layers of onion keep on coming out. So the emotions are so deep rooted. So the emotion which initially appears to be on the top level, that is not the real emotion. The real emotion is somewhere in between, deep inside. So it's like we tap a hurt and then we realize that it is a regret. For example, if someone didn't invite me for a birthday, I tap that even though XYZ did not invite me for a birthday, I felt hurt. I deeply and completely accept myself. So we keep on tapping hurt and suddenly we start regretting, okay, that I realize that I also didn't invite him for a birthday. Then I start tapping regret. Once that regret is processed, we might get a guilt. So what happens is these emotions are multi-layered. So we have to tap all these emotions for a complete healing. So necessary to tap all aspects for a complete healing, needs mastery to dig all aspects. Hurt, like hurt in relationship, we start with hurt and later is go to shock, sadness, guilt, regret. So in order to get a complete freedom from all the negative emotions, we need to tap all the negative aspects. So now when we are trading, we use the most important part of our brain, also our mind, and that is our most important asset. So our human mind, our brain has at 4 states: beta, alpha, and theta. Asit sir, is it okay? Is the voice now audible?
Yeah, it is absolutely fine.
Okay. So it's very important to understand these states of brain. It is a bit very scientific and important for us to understand. Now, when our brain functions, it sends an electrical impulse, and to identify what frequency this electrical impulse is operating, we use an instrument. The doctors use an instrument, neurosurgeons, neuroscientists use an instrument called electroencephalograph. So right now, if the electroencephalograph is put into anyone's brain side of head and tries to measure, we will be at a state of beta, that is 12 to 35 hertz. This is the awake state when we are active, and this is a stage where all our emotions disrupt us, be it anxiety, be it worry, be it fear, be it panic. And this beta state is nothing but when the left side of the brain is active. Now we have two sides of hemispheres of brain. The left is at the right. The left controls the right part of the body. The right controls the left part of the body. We won't go much deep into it, but just to get a very basic understanding, it is important for me to explain this concept. So the left part of the brain, which is also the logical part, the mathematical part, the analytical part, which most of our traders use, that is the beta state. When we go into a deeper state, the second state is called as an alpha state. That at alpha state, our brain vibrates at a frequency of 8 to 12 hertz. Now, what happens when we vibrate at 8 to 12? We are very relaxed, we are very peaceful, we are very calm, and we are very serene. We are at utmost ease, no negative emotions. At this part, the right side of the brain is activated, which is responsible for the intuitive side, the creative side, the visualization side, the imagery side. So all the mathematicians, scientists, doctors, engineers are left dominant. All the artists, musicians, all the intuitive people use the right side of the brain. It's not that one uses only the left side or uses the right side. It is more of a dominance, whether one is a left dominant or whether it is a right dominant. So as traders, we have to use both sides of the brain more effectively. Our intuition kicks in from the right side of the brain, and that right side of brain kicks in when we are at a alpha state of mind. Frequency is alpha, that is 8 to 12. Now, how to reach this alpha state? I'll tell you a very, very easy and solid empowering tool. We will have three more tools. Less as in the last session, I gave you a very important tool called EFT. We will learn three more tools which will empower us, which will become a very important arsenal in our capacity to become good traders. So, ideal stages, we should always be at alpha, that is 8 to 12 hertz. When we go into a very, very deep state of relaxation, extremely deep state of relaxation, that is the theta state. That is the 4 to 8 hertz, and again with the right part. So what happens is, it's not that we are always at alpha, always at beta. Our brain keeps on oscillating, just as the stochastic oscillate between 0 to 100. It always reaches around 80 and then comes back to 20. Just as our brain also keeps on vibrating between these cycles, 8 to 12 or 12 to 30. Whenever we are very active, very angry, very anxious, we are at the beta stage. And whenever we are very relaxed, very serene, very calm, we come down to alpha. Now, the intention to be consciously come down to alpha. Why consciously come down to alpha? Because when we are able to access the alpha side of our brain and we reach the 8 to 12 hertz frequency, we become calm. We are very intuitive. The creative side of our brain kicks in and we get very strong intuitive ideas. Out of the 4 traits, 4 breakout आए, कौन सा चलेगा? Suddenly the intuitive side kicks in. इसको चलेगा, Reliance नहीं चलेगा. And most automatically what happens is, moment you start staying in alpha consciously for large amounts of time every day, the intuitive sides of our brain gets activated. And moment we practice, and practice, our intuition is developing in a very slow and steady manner. And you will notice over a period of time, if you every day, if you start focusing on how to reach alpha state, it will help you becoming more intuitive, more creative, more ideas will generate in your mind. Theta is something a very deep state. It will suffice if you reach alpha. So basically the two states of mind which are very important for us to understand is the beta and alpha. Alpha takes care of the right side, beta takes care of the left part of the brain. Now, as I told you, the brain dominance. No one is left dominant. Either one is left dominated or right dominated. In spite of being a left dominated, one uses the right side of the brain, and in spite of the right side, we use the left side of the brain also. The left side of the brain is functions, takes care of the logical part, the mathematical part, the reasoning part, the analytical part. Whereas the artists, the creative people, the painters, the dancers, the magicians, all use the creative side, the visual artistic side. In our trading community also, we'll have a lot of logical traders. We have a lot of intuitive traders. A lot of people just look at the screen and just able to visualize what's going to happen maybe a day later or an hour later. So those traders have this right side of brain activated. So ideal state will be to use both sides of the brain. So now, how to reach alpha? This will be the most important tool any trader should have it, should learn it, and should utilize it. Now, what are the benefits of alpha state? There's a lot of serenity, peacefulness, calmness. You can do effective visualization. You can do goal setting. At alpha state, a lot of emotional control, and it triggers intuition. The intuitive capacity of your mind triggers when we reach the alpha side of the brain. What is the easiest way to reach alpha state? It is meditation. Very common, what is also called as centering. Everyone knows what meditation is, but very few people are able to relate the meditation with the alpha state of the mind and use it more consciously and more effectively. He's not trying to be a guru and tell you what, how do meditation in this style or do meditation in that style. My focus is to reach the alpha state of your mind so that your right side of your brain gets activated. And when we are able to utilize the right side of the brain, our trading performances improves phenomenally, not in a day, but over a period of time. And the slow and steady shift you will be able to notice when you daily meditate, when you consciously try to reach alpha state, stay there for more and more periods of time. And what happens when we reach alpha state? There's a lower breathing rate and there's a complete relaxation. This is something you can only feel it, experience it, and then you can understand it. The theoretical aspect is only this much, nothing beyond that. The practical aspects is something when you practice how to reach alpha state, it will help you a lot. Now, meditation and visualization. Meditation is the easiest way to reach alpha state. Now, there is a word called visualization. What is visualization? For example, if you want to become a very good trader, you should be able to visualize. Now, if I tell you what is common between Rahul Dravid, Ed Sikota, Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, Venkatesh Prasad, all these people are very good visualizers. So before every match, or at Sikota before every trading day, spends 15 to 30 minutes meditating, going to alpha state, visualizing, and do goal settings at that alpha stage. The difference between visualization and daydreaming, one should understand. Say, if I keep on, I want to become a more successful trader, I want to have a Mercedes Benz, I want to have a BMW, I keep on thinking about these things. When I do at a beta stage, that is when my brain is vibrating between 14 to 35 seconds hertz, I am basically daydreaming. And when I do this daydreaming consciously at a alpha state, that is when my brain is vibrating between 7 to 14, this becomes visualization. So the core difference between a visualization and a daydreaming is at what stage of brain cycles you do, whether you do it alpha or whether you do it beta. So any daydreaming, if you do at alpha stage, that becomes a visualization. So what our target and what our focus would be to reach alpha state through meditation, and then do our goal setting, all our plans, and then that becomes very effective. And that is the time where this most strongest buzzword, what you call as a law of attraction, that kicks in. That is, whatever you want, you think and you become. You attract what you want. So just attracting what you want won't happen. Attracting at alpha stage and attracting with all the feelings, that is what visualization is. A very small story. There was a village in which there was no rains for n number of days and months. So everyone was decided to assemble together and they decided to pray to God for rain. And everyone started praying. One small boy went with an umbrella. So he was the only confident person who thought it will rain. Rest of all the people were just daydreaming, because theoretically, if it has to rain, practically, if had to rain, then one had to take a protection in forms of umbrella. So if you are very confident that this will happen, and if you are dreaming that it will happen, somewhere you have to make it feel that it has happened. So there is a difference between wanting and feeling. And the energy kicks in, the positive vibration kicks in only when we start feeling. The universe understands our feelings. The universe doesn't understand what we want in terms of intention without feelings. So this village story tells you that only the small boy who went to pray for rain went along with an umbrella. So when we want to become good traders, just wanting is not sufficient. It is feeling that you are become a good trader, visualizing that you are making tons of money, visualizing that you are following the process, visualizing that you are putting all your trades at the at the levels which you planned while doing an analysis, executing your stop losses, running your trades profitably without much anxiety. That visualization, when done at alpha state, will help you a lot. So everyone wants to be a good trader, but wanting to become is not sufficient. Feeling to become, and when to feel that way during an alpha stage. Otherwise, if you want to become a good trader at a beta stage, when you are vibrating at 13, 14 to 35 seconds, is nothing but daydreaming. So try to understand the core difference, the core scientific difference. It's a very, very critical difference, that all visualization, all meditation techniques, we have to do at a alpha stage. And as I told you, I'll be very practical in my psychological aspects. Now if you read all the psychological books on trading psychology or behavioral finance on from any author, most of the books basically make you aware that these are the emotions called fear, greed, anxiety, panic are impediments to your success. They are your real obstacles, so you should overcome your obstacles. But the big gap is how to do it. So what I have done through reading all these books and developing my own systems and strategies and understanding it in a bit detail, I done a lot of deep dive into behavioral finance and trading psychologies to work out some practical solutions. Because ज्ञान देना तो आसान है, थ्योरी बोल दे रहा है कि आप मेडिटेट करो, एंग्री मत हो, फियर मत करो, ग्रीड मत करो, कैसे मत करो, कैसे मत करो का एक प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशन चाहिए. बिकॉज थ्योरी थ्योरी बोलने से तो क्या होगा, आप सिर्फ अवेयर होंगे. सो व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट टूल वी हैड? द फर्स्ट टूल वी हैड वाज EFT. Through EFT what we do is we process our emotions, which is the most important part. Because emotions हैं, सबको पता है emotions negative हैं, but overcome कैसे करें? So the first tool in our arsenal was EFT. The second tool in our arsenal is meditation. Very simple, everyone knows it, everyone must have heard, बहुत सारे YouTube देखे होंगे, but मेरा पर्पस है आपके लिए सिंपल करना. Because मैं बहुत ज्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स कर दूंगा, it will become very tough for you to handle. So simplest, and market maybe we also have an experience after working in 15 to 20 years of market, we realize that simple things work more. The more simple a trader is, commonsensical approaches more. And commonsensical systems and commonsensical approaches are uncommon in market. People always try to do the exotic style of thing, unconventional style of things, which few people are following. That's okay. One can make money through those also. But I believe simple systems also work. Simple systems work because they are very, very simple. And since they are very simple, there is a tendency by a lot of traders and analysts to ignore the simple parts. अरे इसमें क्या रखा है तो सबको पता है. But stock market में पता होने की value नहीं है, करने की value है. So now what I'll do a practical exercise. It will take around 10 odd minutes. All participants, I request them to be very, very serious. It is very simple, nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be very anxious that it is a very tough thing. Very simple thing. What we'll do is we'll do a 5 to 10 minutes meditation, and I'll tell you how to do a longer form of meditation also, which will take you deeper into deeper state of relaxation. अल्फा तो आप डेफिनेटली पहुंच जाएंगे. इनफैक्ट यदि आप इलेक्ट्रोएंसेफेलोग्राफ अपने हेड पे लगा लें, अभी हो रहा होगा 14 to 35. ये मेडिटेशन का एक्सरसाइज करने के बाद यदि कोई आपको मेजर करके बताए, आप बाय डिफॉल्ट ये करने के बाद अल्फा में पहुंच जाएंगे. क्योंकि अल्फा में पहुंचने का रास्ता क्या है? स्लो ब्रीदिंग, एवरीथिंग काम डाउन. तो जब अल्फा पे पहुंचेंगे उस वक्त आपको विजुअलाइज करना है. आप एक अच्छे ट्रेडर है, विजुअलाइज ऑल योर प्रोसेसेस, कि आप सवेरे उठते हैं, पेपर पढ़ते हैं, अपनी एनालिसिस करते हैं, मार्केट में जाते हैं, 9:15 के बाद कूल एंड काम रहते हैं, सारे ट्रेड्स को एग्जीक्यूट नहीं करते जब तक आपके ब्रेकआउट लेवल्स नहीं आते. एक बार ब्रेकआउट लेवल आ गए तब तक काटते नहीं जब तक उसका स्टॉप लॉस लेवल नहीं आ गया. तब तक प्रॉफिट बुक नहीं करते जब तक कि उसको राइड करके आपका कोई भी प्रॉफिट बुकिंग सिस्टम आपका ट्रिगर नहीं करता है आपका. जैसे 3 बार का लो रख लिया, या एक मूविंग एवरेज कट हो गया, या डाइवर्जेंस आ गया, एवरीवन वुड हैव सम एग्जिट रूल्स. सो बेसिकली स्टॉक मार्केट में इन ट्रेडिंग देयर आर 3 पार्ट्स: एंट्री रूल, स्टॉप लॉस, एग्जिट रूल्स. एंट्री एंड स्टॉप लॉस तो आपको ट्रेड के पहले ही पता है कि दीज आर योर एंट्री पॉइंट्स एंड दीज आर योर स्टॉप लॉसेस. द ओनली अनसर्टेन एरिया इज द एग्जिट रूल. So exit rule can vary to a very large extent. By different participants can have different exit rules. So in the practical aspect, I'll just take you to the easiest form of meditation. If you, some of them might be doing it, some of them might be doing some different systems, but this I find it to be the easiest form of meditation. And purpose क्या है, goal क्या है meditation का? हमारा goal meditation का एक ही एक goal है, that is alpha state of mind में आए. अल्फा स्टेट ऑफ माइंड वो स्टेट ऑफ माइंड है जहां हमारी फ्रीक्वेंसी 7 to 14 पे वाइब्रेट करती है. और हमें पता है जब 7 to 14 पे हम वाइब्रेट करते हैं क्या होता है? पीसफुलनेस आता है, कामनेस आता है, सेरेनिटी आता है, एबिलिटी टू थिंक क्लियरली आता है, इमोशन से डिवाइड हो जाते हैं, कूल एंड काम होते हैं, तो नेचुरली डिसीजंस अच्छे होते हैं. ये 1 घंटे बाद रिंग करूंगा मैं. तो उस वक्त जब हम गोल कोई सेट करते हैं, तो मैंने क्या बोला, बीटा स्टेज पे जो भी हम गोल सेट करते हैं वो डे ड्रीमिंग के कैटेगरी में आते हैं. जब हम अल्फा स्टेट के लेवल पे हम गोल सेट करते हैं और उन गोल्स को विजुअलाइज करते हैं, उन गोल को फील करते हैं, वॉक ओवर थ्रू दोस गोल्स, Those goals are stronger goals, and those goals give a strong message to our subconscious mind and a strong message to the universe, and that is the level where the law of attraction kicks in. Law of attraction doesn't kick in if we desire, or if we want to attract anything at the beta stage. Anything we do at the alpha stage, that kicks in. So let's start the meditation. Just follow my instructions and follow it. I'll say close your eyes and turn your eyeball upwards. 10-15 डिग्री थोड़े से आईबॉल करीब 20-25 सेकंड के लिए अपवर्ड रखने हैं. इससे होता क्या है, इट हेल्प्स यू टू go to the alpha state faster. It has been scientifically proven. Now let's not go into the deeper the deeper part of it, but let's take it for granted that when you close your eyes and turn your eyeball slightly upwards, it helps you to access the alpha stage fast. Now close your eyes and turn your eyeball slightly upwards and take 3 deep breaths. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath 1, 2, 3, and exhale 1, 2, 3. When you start personally doing it, you could inhale for more rounds also. You can inhale for 4 rounds, 5 rounds, whatever your capacity is. But don't stretch yourself. Don't pressurize yourself. Whatever you are able to do comfortably, inhale for 4 seconds, inhale for 5 seconds, inhale for 6 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds. Whatever you are able to do very normally, without any effort, without any tension or stress, just follow. For understanding purposes, I've kept it 3 times. So inhale deeply 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3, and exhale 1, 2, 3. Again, inhale deeply 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3, and exhale 1, 2, 3. Keep your eyes closed. Now I'll do a slight modification. While inhaling, imagine inhaling positive energy, positive feelings, positive vibes. And while exhaling, imagine exhaling all the tension, all the stress from your body. Deeply inhale. Inhale all the positive energy. 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. And exhale all the stress and all the tension. 1, 2, 3. Again, inhale all the positive energy. 1, 2, 3. Hold 1, 2, 3. And exhale all the stress and tension from your body. 1, 2. Now focus on your breath. 2 ways to focus. Either focus on your nostrils, where you inhale and exhale, or you focus on your heart, where your heartbeat's happening. Just focus on it and keep your eyes closed. Just focus on your breath. See how you breathe. Till now you have breathed unconsciously. Now try to focus consciously on your breath while inhaling and while exhaling. Do it very, very slowly. And as I count in a descending fashion from 50 to 1, your breath will keep on going slower and slower, slower and slower. 50, 49, going deeper and deeper into a deep state of relaxation. 48, 47, deeper and deeper. 46, 45, going deeper and deeper into a deep state of relaxation. 44, 43. Keep on slowing down your breath slowly with no pressure, no tension. Going deeper and deeper. 42, 41. Deeper and deeper. 40, 39. Deeper and deeper. 38, 37. Going into a deep state of relaxation. 36, 35, 34. Deeper and deeper. With every lower count, you are going into a deep state of relaxation where you will be calm, peaceful, and serene. 36, 35, 34. Deeper and deeper. Focus on your breath. Focus on the inhalation and exhalation. Make it slow as possible. 33, 32, deeper and deeper. 31, 30, going slowly and steadily into a deep state of relaxation. 29, 28, deeper and deeper. 27, 26. Each lower count takes you into a deep state of relaxation. 25, 24, deeper and deeper. 23, 22. Your breath is now slowly slowing. 21, 20, going deeper and deeper. 19, deeper and deeper into a deep state of relaxation. 19, 18, deeper and deeper. 17, 16. You are at peace with yourself. 15, 14, 13, deeper and deeper. 12, 11, into a deep state of relaxation. 10, 9, deeper and deeper. 8, 7, deeper and deeper. 6, 5, deeper and deeper. into a deep state of relaxation. 4, 3, deeper and deeper. 2, 1. You are into a deep state of relaxation, the desired alpha level, wherein your brain is vibrating at 8 cycles per second. This is the desired stage. This is the stage in which you are peace, at calm, completely serene, totally relaxed, all positive thoughts, complete relaxation. This is the ideal alpha state when whatever goals you set, whatever visualization you do, whatever targets you want, whatever habits you want to follow, whatever processes you want to follow, you can do at complete ease. This is the stage where the left and right side of your brain are perfectly synchronized. Your goal setting will have the highest response because this is the stage where you are in direct connect with all the powers of the universe. The universe is there to help you out to achieve all your goals, positively stated, positively intended. Now I'll leave around 10 minutes to you, wherein you can have a goal, write down that goal in front of you. You have a huge whiteboard in front of you. That board is yours. You can put in all your goals, or maybe one single goal, like executing all your stop losses. Now your goal is to execute all your pre-decided stop losses for every trade you take. Now imagine every trading day when you trade between 9:15 to 3:30. Imagine you put on a trade, the stop loss comes, you execute that stop loss. You can also alternatively imagine that moment you have bought a trade or put a sell position or a buy position, you have automatically punched in your stop loss beforehand. This will help you to execute your stop losses without any emotions. You can have any goal, short term or long term. Write down that goal, visualize that you have achieved that goal, and focus on that visualization. See yourself getting success, see yourself getting congratulated, see yourself getting your dreams fulfilled, all your goals, whatever you have decided. This 10 minutes, I'll leave it to you with your whiteboard. You have all the power in your hand, all the power in your eyes to visualize whatever you want. And this will happen because you are at an alpha state of mind where your subconscious mind is activated. The right side of your brain is fully activated and is in direct connect. This is the state where you have all the powers of the universe and you can all the force of attraction to attract whatever you want. So the next 10 minutes are yours. It is your vision board. It is your dream board. It is your goal board. Visualize whatever you want. A suggestion would be to have a short-term goal so that you are able to feel it when you achieve it more happily with a more satisfaction, because a long-term goal would take more time, a short-term goal would take less time. So preferably have a short-term goal. Make it bold, make it big, write with a color sketch pen, write with a color pen, magnify as much as possible. See yourself achieving it. See yourself make a video achieving it. See bright colorful photographs or achieving your goals. Now the next 10 minutes are yours. Now, as I count from 1 to 5, you slowly open your eyes and come out totally relaxed from the alpha state. 1, 2, 3, coming out slowly. 4, 5. Open your eyes, feel fine, fresh, and relaxed. I think I would like to have a small Q&A session for say 10-15 minutes, so that to feel what you felt, any doubts you have before we move to the next topic, so that there is complete clarity on what we have done till now. So after EFT, basically we did this understanding of the alpha state of mind and two parts of your brain, and how to do the simplest form of meditation. If you want to go to a deeper kind of meditation, the other easier way out is, instead of counting from 50 to 1, you can count from 100 to 1, even from 200 to 1. So the more and more you go, more and more deep you go, you will slowly lower your breathing rate and go to a alpha state. And the longer you stay in a alpha state, more calmer and more peaceful you be. Most of the meditation techniques, what they do is they just take you to the alpha stage through different methods, thinking of God, thinking of their guru, thinking of some letter Om, or thinking of something else. But the goal is same. What happens is, what when you meditate, you reach alpha state. And we know alpha state is a state where you are at peace with yourself, when you are calm, because your brain cycles have come down from the level of 14 cycles per second to 8 cycles per second. And we also understand alpha state is a state where the right side of your brain gets activated. Your subconscious is fully activated. And that is the easiest way to visualize. That is the best time to visualize. So what we are doing essentially is trying to visualize in an alpha state instead of a beta stage, and going to alpha state. Now, the more and more you practice, you will find it easier and easier to go to the alpha state. Make it a practice before market. Do this meditation, which is also called as centering. If you have less time, count from 25 to 1. More time, 50 to 1. Even more time, 100 to 1. Just go and stay at that alpha stage. Think of sitting in your room with a big whiteboard in front of you, imagining whatever you want. You can set down different processes. You can do your own self-recording in your own voice, like what I did, and then visualize. One level of visualization would be executing stop losses. One level of goal setting would be earning this much amount of money a day. One level of goal setting would be following all your processes. One level of goal setting would be avoiding panic. So whatever you want to visualize, you can visualize. So Asit sir, I think we should have a small Q&A session for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, so that we are clear with all the doubts at this stage itself.
Yes, absolutely, sir. And I'm pretty sure people would have questions. Let them put them in, whichever way you're comfortable with.
Okay.
But yeah, we can have it. But before we begin, I must say the last 20-30 minutes have been really nice, quite nice.
Okay.
So thank you. Yeah.
Great. The visualization on the vision board is with eyes closed. Yes, it is with eyes closed. Because the moment you open your eyes, you are aware of the outside world, and you will immediately come into a beta stage. The goal setting, the visualization is best done when you're at an alpha stage. And to reach alpha stage, ideally is more easier with eyes closed, until as you become at a very renowned, very experienced practitioner. I prefer you do the eyes closed. Should we keep up? No, eyeballs no upwards initially for say 10-15 seconds, till the time you go to that 10 count of 10 or count of 15. It's not easy to keep upwards throughout the period, because then it will start paining. So for the initial say 5 seconds or 10 seconds, you can keep upward. And should we keep taking deep breaths throughout or initially? See, the deep breaths will keep on getting slower and slower. The first deep breaths would be very, very deep, very long, and slowly it will become slower and slower. It is okay if you sleep in alpha stage. It is very normal. especially at the end of the day. If you go into, if you do it at first stage, it is a very good way of going into sleep also. You can have your own recording in your mobile, and if you are unable to sleep, this is a very effective tool. And I can bet the moment you count from 50 to 1, by the time you come to 30 or 20, you'll go to sleep. It is a very, very good way to. And what happens is, when you are about to sleep, whatever positive things you say to yourself, those get registered in your subconscious mind. In fact, all traders who have children between, say, 5 to 12 years, while they are going to sleep, whatever you whisper in their ears, say for example, they are seeing more TV, whatever good habits you want to form for your children, while they are just about to go to sleep, you whisper in their ears all the positive information, that be a disciplined child, be a good child, be focused, be steady, work hard, whatever habits you form in a positive wordings, then those will be directly implanted in the subconscious mind. This is a very, very strong technique used by all neuroscientists, neurophysicians, psychologists, psychiatrists, to implant positive suggestions in children's subconscious mind when they are just about to sleep. They've started sleeping, you are about to sleep. They are not fully asleep. They are just into that beta to alpha, going slowly into that alpha stage. That is the time when you whisper into their ears all the positive things which you want, all the habits which you want. Those will be very effective. Just a question on tapping: when we repeat only the blank part of the setup statement,